have been challenging capitalism and the capitalistic state as much as it's been challenging me in return, and the sort of input that I've been putting into the system. So imagine we have a system, and everything you do is an input you get that responds by putting out an output. In the capitalistic system, you have to have like money as sort of like the keys to access many aspects of the system. And I've been challenging the system to see what kind of output it puts out for somebody who is not participating in labor, marriage, or familiar schooling of like paying to go to school, or like being taught to then get a job. In return, the system has been outputting that house. I still don't have the specific words, but I do know that the things that have been coming out are like, okay, that's your input. Okay, no house, no access to food, no access to transportation, no access to entertainment, no access to fresh clean clothes, no access to day-to-day resources. If you want to access those, you're going to have to operate from a specific state, which would be considered houselessness, homelessness, lack mentality or lack placement, and join some of the immediate programs where you are being trained to go back into the workforce. And that's why we have like workforce one. So it's been back and forth challenging, and I'm fully able to take the responsibility of my decisions and my guidance and my collaboration with higher energy to really challenge the system. Like, for those of us that are unable to participate, who do not want to participate, unable is a very keen word. For those of us who no longer want to participate in the capitalistic state, yet we're still in this container, what does that mean for us? Even when it comes to small businesses, there's a very thin line between participating in capitalism and participating in the small businesses that are generating money, but from a very clear space that is not capitalistic greed and all that great words. I've been doing a lot of reading so that I can catch up with the language, so that I can have conversation about this in a more clear note, and that I can be able to arm myself and put tools in my toolkit to be able to show up here outside of the labels of the output. But yeah, it's been an adventure. It's been a test. I feel like we're making ground. There's a lot of sacrifices. And I'm excited to really sit down and have a full conversation about it, because the recent understanding is that poverty exists under a capitalistic system and a capitalistic society. Outside of that, let's say we are communing in nature, poverty does not exist. Poverty is an output of lack of sufficient funds to be able to access the physical, material, or comfortable life under the capitalistic system. I'm excited to have this conversation. I'm excited. And for the connotation of like this being a form of like hashtag like lineage thing or witchcraft thing, I say no thank you. This is an intelligent pilgrimage, not pilgrimage, this is an intelligent journey into discovering the system in which we exist in as conscious people, as a conscious person. A lot of us have went for years and years operating without ever looking, operating without necessarily asking the questions. It is easy to complain, but not easy to ask the question and actually shift in the direction in which you feel like your soul deeply feels. There's a lot of like alternatives, but to really get down to it, a lot of people have not made that journey, and I'm excited to also find those who have, so we can really have a conversation and also express that taking this journey and it leading to some of the lack of sufficient placement does not mean that you as yourself or me as myself, me as an individual is lacking or a poor person. I'm rich, I'm wealthy, and that does not only show in the number in my account. It shows in the spirit, it shows in the breath, it shows in the conscious, and it shows in the essence. Thank you for listening and tuning in, and I am excited to talk more, to have this conversation more, because talking is just, yeah. But yes,